Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Monty,
Oh, Shinobi.
It's your boy Ronaldus.
and the new Wakanda Forever trailer. We've seen it. Finally, guys, it is here. It is here. It is here. I was getting a little worried. I had heard, I'm sure, okay, our last episode on the state of Marvel should be up by now. Shinobi got me worried, like they was going to push it back and stuff. And he was talking craziness. I was like, oh, Lord. Yeah, I got really worried talking to you, but the trailer is out. And so let's just go around and give our initial thoughts. I'll start. It's glorious. It is. Movie trailers, sometimes people say they put too much in the movie trailer, give away the thing, or it's not hidden. Like, I'm trying to remember, I just watched a trailer. Oh, okay. The new House of the Dragon trailer I watched. I'm more excited. I watched the teaser, which came out a little earlier for that. I love the teaser. I didn't really love the trailer. I'm still going to watch House of the Dragon, of course, but it was just like, yeah. But this trailer for me, I was like, yo, this looks amazing. Shinobi, your thoughts initially when you first watched the trailer first time through?
My initial thought was, wow, they're really gonna try to recreate the magic that was like the initial viewing of like the first, like the way I felt at the end of the first time I watched it. I got the same kind of feeling watching the trailer, which means it's gonna be an experience. I think this is gonna be some, like, you're not gonna be the same person after watching this movie. Like, and like I gotta eat my words a little bit because I was very concerned with this film. I was very legitimately concerned. But yeah, I am blown away, to be honest.
Ronaldus.
Yes, sir. I didn't know how they was gonna do it. I'm like, he gone. How y'all? Who gonna be Black Panther? And then they threw out all the ideas about how his sister may be Black Panther and different things. So after watching the trailer, I'm more intrigued after watching the trailer because now I see it's gonna be a whole different spin. It's gonna be a whole new thing. So yes, I'm very intrigued with it.
So if we can break it down a little bit, we see, and you know what, and Shinobi made a great point. They kind of like right from where you left off, they kind of picking up. And Ryan Coogler's vision for this, first of all, he really makes Wakanda seem like a place you want to be. Like, it is bright lights, it is technology, it is cutting edge. Like, we are at the forefront of whatever the future is going to be. That's Wakanda. Like, Wakanda is not like, it's not like Gotham, you know what I'm saying? Or it's not, it's not just like a city that is probably going to get destroyed once the Avengers come through it. It's like Wakanda, man, is magical, if you will.
You made it.
I always get that sense. And so watching that and seeing that, and I was like you, Ronaldus, I was like, man, I don't know where are we gonna go? Like, what are we gonna do? And that's still kind of hanging out there. Like, we don't know for sure how they're gonna take this, is it gonna be sure and all that. But I'll say this. I think the good part is we got the same director, because sometimes when these movies change directors in a series, you get a whole different spin. So of course, nobody was prepared for Chadwick Boseman to pass, but they're doing the best they can. We saw in the trailer, you see Angela Bassett take a kind of a forefront. We don't know this. I'm not saying she's leading it, but she talks about, I've lost my whole family, because remember, TChallas' father was killed. Was that Winter Soldier? When did
That's Civil War.
Civil War. No, you're right. Civil War, I think.
Yeah.
Was that Civil War? I think.
No, that was Winter Soldier when
they blew up.
No, you're right.
Winter Soldier.
They revisited though in the Civil War.
Okay, so she lost her husband, she lost her son, and she addresses it like, everything I've lost. Still got Shuri and all that. And so I think somebody for her to lean on and things like that. But I'll ask you guys, what are you maybe looking for in this second one? Now that we're kind of pleased with the trailer, are you looking for closure? Are you looking for a new Black Panther to come out? Are you looking for Shuri to take a bigger role? Are we looking? Are we even, we saw our boy M'Baku. I don't know yet, but what are you looking for? Ronaldus, I'll start with you. Anything that you're kind of looking or hoping for in this sequel?
I just hope it be a lot of action, but I'm looking to see if let me get the name right. Um Kill is it Killmonger? Is that the
Yeah.
cousin?
Killmonger.
Mhm.
I want to see if he's really dead.
Yep.
I want to see if they're gonna bring that character back. I do want to see the spin on if it's gonna be the sister that's gonna be Black Panther now. Those type of questions. I want
Yeah.
those answered.
Shinobi, what are you maybe looking for or hoping for in this?
I am hoping for uh them to really like go all in with like the Atlantis spin that they're putting on it. I am blown away about how much effort Ryan Coogler is at making J.J. Abrams have zero sleep. I'm like, wow, this man said, yeah, Avatar Waterworld, that's cute. I'm gonna do it first, and now you gotta live up to this. So I'm blown away by all the Atlantis stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
Namor looks amazing. They're really taking the whole like retrofitting a pre-established character and then adding a cultural aspect to it, and then like you can't go back from that now. It looks sick. I'm interested in how many people are interested in like the Black Panther replacement. I don't really care. That's just where I'm at. I'm more interested in how are they going to make Wakanda the concept long lasting, right? We have the Dora Milaje, we have Okoye, we have all types of stuff that's going to branch from it. Black Panther, I think the benefit from, I mean, obviously Chadwick passing is terrible, but I think what it does is it creates Black Panther and Wakanda isn't just like a closed story. It's almost a movement within Marvel, right? It's bigger than just the character. I feel like the Thor franchise stops and starts with Thor and Asgard, right? I think with Black Panther, there's almost an infinite amount of possibilities they can take it. So I'm just looking for what's the next step for the greater Marvel picture, I guess. And obviously, I don't want closure. I want to be an emotional wreck by this movie. I want all of the feels. I want whatever Kendrick Lamar remix are going to do all those songs to stay there. That's where my expectation is. That's just where it's at.
Yeah, and so and shout out real quick. I should have said it too. So we do know Submariners in this, Namor in this. Ronaldus, I'm going to talk about your spin real quick since you brought it up. I was one at the end of. See, I've come up in the Game of Thrones thought process that unless I actually see you dead, see them put you in the ground, then I hold out hope. And so we didn't really see that. Now, of course, guys, if per se, we're not saying this, but if Killmonger is in this, of course, it has to be a surprise. So, of course, you're not going to see him in any part of the trailer. And you're not going to see Michael, B. Jordan like in the credits or doing press because people are like, well, if he's in it, why is it? They wouldn't do that because it's going to be a surprise. He's going to be. Mm-hmm. We're not saying he is, but if they go that route. So I'm holding out hope for that. But what Shinobi said though too, I do believe that the best thing Coogler did was make Wakanda. It is just kind of its own character. It really is like a living, breathing thing, and we have these offshoots. At some point, I'm sure Okoye will get a spinoff or something like that, or M'Baku or whoever. You know what I'm saying? And we'll take it from there. But I'm personally just I'm expecting. I feel like I'm expecting great action, and I know Coogler knows how to do that. I'm expecting them to move us. All you got to do is just show a mural of T'Challa on a wall and we're gonna be done. But I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of twist, something that we're not expecting that we probably could speculate for, and they're gonna still surprise us with something. So I'm very much anticipatory of that. Of course, we saw our boy too, Lord, what's his name? Agent Ross is in it as well. He does not big in the trailer, and maybe that's on purpose. Maybe he's just gonna have kind of we see a little bit of Asia Ross as well. But I'm just excited, excited for it overall. I don't know though if they need to, like I say, it's up to them. If they bring out a new Black Panther, and I was gonna ask y'all that next week, kind of, I've heard people.
That.
I'm heard it's two camps. I've heard people like very much for, very much against. I'm honestly in the middle. I don't really know. It just depends on the story.
It
I don't want
depends
them to.
on the actor too. Because I'm all for. There have been multiple actors play Batman. There's been multiple actors that play Superman, Spider-Man. So not right now. It's too early to introduce a new actor. A few
Well,
years down the line, do a whole new with a new director, new actor. Because like when you got Batman Forever and you got the other Batmans, it's their own vision. It ain't a new actor because you can't just put a new actor into this vision of the Black Panther. So
yeah. Shinobi, go ahead. Would you?
I am glad, and not to make it sound morbid, but I am glad that they actually kept it. Narratively, he died in the narrative. It respects the actor who kind of got like, he's kind of bigger. I mean, I was talking to my dad the other day, like, you don't see, like, forget a biopic. You could have a funeral in a movie franchise that is an entire movie that's a memoriam to you, not just you as the character, but then you in real life. That's never happened before. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that it's in continuity that T'Challa is passed away. I think that's just the most respectful way to do it. And of course, you can build on top of it. I'm in the camp that I don't think they need to. I don't think they're going to recast. Obviously, I don't think so. I've heard some multiverse chatter about it, but I think people are kind of missing the point. I think you want to replace him so bad because he meant so much to you. He's still like, he's got an impact on the MCU as it is. I think now, since we've built all this, there's more, like you said, in terms of story where Wakanda can go. I've seen Okoye specifically in like 4 other Marvel projects. They're already trying to expand and keep the hooks in for Wakanda and where it can go and what it can do. So I'm a little to the, we don't need to replace him. I don't, in terms of Killmonger, cool, I guess. I can care. I can care less.
But
Personally.
with the Black Panther, it's always been replaced because it's never just one person. It's passed down through generation. So you can always raise up another Black Panther.
Well, that's the thing with the actual character. He's covered. You know what I'm saying? It's not, he's not like, Captain America out here. You don't really know. He could be other people, and it's interesting to see if they keep this going for a while.
What I'm referring to is, because his dad was Black Panther, then T'Challa became Black Panther. So T'Challa is a lineage of Black Panthers. There was Black Panthers before him, and anybody in the kingdom that rises up and overtakes the king in a battle becomes Black Panther. So they can always raise up a new Black Panther. They could spin it off with him and the girlfriend had a child, and then
I mean, they got branches to go to.
They have branches. I think what they narratively wrote themselves. I don't know. From what it looks like, it feels like they wrote themselves in a corner, but I'm sure that Ryan Coogler found a way. You remember in the first one, Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan's character, he burns all the heart-shaped herbs with the exact intent that there wouldn't be another Black Panther. So that's where we're starting from. Not only is Black Panther the symbol gone, but the literal power source is also gone. What I'm assuming the movie is going to be about is how to get around that and looking for another heart-shaped herb. Probably, I can already guess that there's probably something some sort of mineral in this heart of Atlantis that they're trying to get, which probably triggers some sort of like territorial dispute or as a third party. Because it looks like they're trying to, there's a power vacuum in Wakanda right now. And it looks like all the factions of Wakanda are trying to fill it before, you know, everyone else sees that this nation is vulnerable. Because their nuclear weapon was the heart shaper, right? That's the protector of the, and then at the top of that, the political and religious symbol of the whole nation. So all that is gone because Killmonger burned it all down with the intention of he would be the only king like forever. So yeah, I don't know. It makes it more complicated to just straight up replace somebody with it.
No, it is. It's some layers to this because I forgot about that. He burned the whole he burned them all up. He's trying to have his own thing. So we will see. But I think again, I like the continuity of the same director, the same visionary. So at least we can trust the narrative that whatever he's doing, he's thought about it. You know, of course, again, we had the tragedy with Chadwick, but at this point, they've taken their time to cultivate it. And so we'll definitely see. I mean, all bets placed. I mean, Shuri would probably be, if you go with kind of even with Ronaldus' line of thinking, you know, it was his father, then it was him. If they were just going to keep it in the family, then Shuri is the next one up, you know, to take the reins of it. But we will definitely see for that. But I'm still excited. Like the trailer really got me hyped. Mm-hmm. Again, like you say, Shinobi Kendrick, whatever he got boiling up. I mean, he's a part of it too. And we'll see where they go. But I'll put it like this. Now we talked about this a little bit on the last show with the state of Marvel. I'll ask you guys this. How big a hit does this need to be? And I'm not trying to say that Marvel's struggling or nothing like that, but we talked about this is kind of phase 4, you know, no more Tony Stark, you know, kind of the old guard is gone, you know, Thanos, Avengers, we've done that. But we kind of do need a star to, I know Marvel, whoever, they probably went to Coogler like, give us a star from this. Like we said that we like that Wakanda is kind of this thing, but I'm sure those executives had some meeting with Coogler, like, we need somebody to branch out on this that we can hang our hat on. So how big, I'll start with you, Ronaldus, how big of a hit do we need? And I should have brought, while you're talking, I'm gonna bring up the box office from the last one, but how big a hit do we need for this one?
We need, and when I say we, I mean, we need for this to be a big hit. Not so much Marvel needs for this to be a big hit, but our culture, we finally had got us a major superhero.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, Fate, he passed away before, you know, we really could get him at that top level. So now that we're here, this needs to carry on. We need a Wakanda Forever in Disney World, a Wakanda land.
Hey, come on.
We need a Wakanda ride, you know.
Hey, wake it up, yeah.
So this movie carrying that type of torch. If this is big, then what can spark from it? But if this trizzles out, then you can have a lot of people on the backside saying, see, well, you know, they can't really carry that type of, you know, their culture really can't. Magic Johnson was big at showing those high executives that the urban area, they do go out and spend money in movie theaters. They do go out and spend money on Starbucks and different things. Yeah. So we need this movie to prove that we big in the box office worldwide.
Before you go, Shinobi, I'll put it, the numbers I forgot, man. First Black Panther did 700 million domestically and 646 internationally for a total of 1.3 billion. I don't know if they're expecting this second one to do that much. That is,
but it needs to prove that the first one was not a fluke.
Yeah, it got to prove it's not a fluke. They want big numbers. I don't think they're looking for that big. Again, that's okay. This is pre-pandemic and stuff too, so everything is.
It's not going to be that big, but
yeah, it's not going to be that big. But they want. Man, I did not realize it did that much. But Shinobi, what are your thoughts on how big Marvel, us, we all need this to be?
So starting with Marvel, I think I think the movie's going to be huge. It's what makes these movies not even arguably the biggest movie franchise of all time is that it's building on one movie to the next. There's already so much invested in this movie that even if it's not the most fantastic thing we've seen, it doesn't need to be because we're that emotionally invested in it. However, I think a couple things that are going to come out of this movie that I predict. I think that the actor playing Namor, Tenoch Huerta, he's going to be the breakout star for this movie. I think he's going to steal the show in a very good way. I've seen, like, just looking on Twitter, on TikTok, the Latino community is going crazy for this. He's already their Black Panther, which is crazy that one movie, the effect that Ryan Coogler can make these characters into not just these larger than life beings, I think it speaks of the talent of that director. I think this movie has to knock it out of the park in a couple areas. It has to knock it out of the park with one, the emotional scale of it, like how are we going to feel from the beginning to the end. The visuals have to be amazing because I don't know in terms of a movie what they'll do next with Ryan Coogler, but what I can see is Ryan Coogler's going to make a Star Wars film. I can already see them giving him because he's proven he can build giant worlds from his imagination. He can make these characters that are these larger than life monarchs. He's going to get a Star Wars film out of this, guaranteed. So it has to hit those points. I'm looking at this like, okay, if they're gonna give him George Lucas is gonna give him a Star Wars film, I'm looking for whatever that is here because I don't know where cinematically Wakanda's gonna go from here. I'm sure they're gonna give it I call it the Wong treatment, where they take a really good character and they split them up into like other people's storyline. That's where I think Wakanda's going next. You're gonna see like they did it with if anyone watched Winter Soldier, that's what they did with even Wakanda, right? Old dude's got a vibranium suit. They brought Wakanda back for that. I think it's just going to be a bigger part of the world. It's got to be good. I think in terms of for the Black community, I don't know much more this movie can do. It already means so much. And the fact that it's coming out at all, I think is such a big deal. So big, it's going to knock it out the park, but I don't think it has to for it to do what it's going to do, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's there's a lot of expectation for this. And again, it's I think Namor again, and that's why I think, people, if you don't know who we're talking about, Namor, like if you see the guy walk up out of the sea, it's like in the first minute, that's Namor, that's the Submariner. He's kind of like the Aquaman for Marvel. That's very dumbing it down. Just so you know, there's a lot of sea-related things that you see in there and stuff. There's a lot of potential with that, where they could go with that. But I think that, based on, again, trailers are trailers, but I was so impressed with the trailer. I think it's drummed up because I know they had some production stuff. They had to wait on COVID.
So much stuff.
A lot with a lot of these movies, again, Top Gun Maverick, they filmed that mug like 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff happens, but that trailer to me gave it a boost, and we'll see how far that boost goes for this as well. So we're about to wrap it up, but I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out in November. So, plenty of time to get ready, and that's a good movie going time, holiday time, whatever. They're going to try to get some people for that for sure. So anything else, guys, before we go, your thoughts with the Wakanda Forever trailer?
Who was it that on that trailer? Who was it that had the baby?
That's Namor's mother. So if you watch it, I watched it twice. The baby has little wings on its ankles. That's supposed to be Namor.
And it was underwater.
Yeah, he's born. Okay. He's like an Atlantean,
yeah.
So he was birthed underwater. So I'm assuming that's like a flashback of some sort, showing how he was born.
Maybe going up. Okay, maybe a little origin with him too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna probably watch this a couple more times, but it's good. I'm very excited for it. So guys, be ready. When it comes out, be ready to support. Check it out. We're gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Legally, so they can make sure we can. I
Metrics are important.
I always say,
Metrics are
man,
important.
watch it once legally, then you can bootleg it. But come on, y'all, put your little money down, because we need that box office too. But
I enjoy the fact that Marvel is really being diverse lately with the Miss Marvel, the Moon Knight, and now Wakanda.
yeah, no, I agree. They're really doing better. Been a long time coming, but they are doing better. And I think that they're seeing, that there used to be that misnomer, like, can this work or can they carry it? But you can see, I mean, I just remember that. I remember walking out of the first Black Panther just like, oh my goodness. Like, I didn't really know what to expect, but I was blown away. So I expect big things again for this as well. So shout out again. Shout out Chadwick Boseman, of course. Wish that he could have been around for this. I know, kind of be hard for everybody involved, and they're doing the best to honor him as well. But shout out for them. Lovely Angela Bassett. I can't get enough of her. I'm just excited for everybody. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Check it out. We appreciate it. My panel, Shinobi Ronaldus, as well. This is We Seen It podcast. We got more coming for you guys. I told y'all, I can't wait, man. House of the Dragons coming soon. We got a few more things to talk about as well. Keep it locked here. You know what to do on the Mighty Sharp Network. Be blessed. Stay sharp. Appreciate it, guys.